are your hosts for Cash Explosion, Paul Tapier and Sharon Bicknell.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us, and welcome to our show. We hope you are enjoying your Memorial Day weekend. And you know, traditionally that means a lot of family gatherings, some backyard barbecues, and of course, there are those cars and racing.
And mowing the lawn, getting the hedges trimmed.
Yes.
And if you're gathered around the TV set with your family right now, we'd like to thank you for making us a tradition.
Yes.
We can't provide the barbecue, but the cars and a race we do have. Unlike the Indy 500, we've got 2 cars to give away, and one of our lucky players will cross the finish line and win the $50,000 grand prize. Say, we don't have a checkered flag around here, do we?
No, we don't have a checkered flag, but we do have Jim Pidcock standing by in our pit area to describe the cars for us just a little later on.
All right. Well, it's time for our 7 players to start their engines, so let's find out a little bit about each one.
According to Eastlake's Lester Jacoby, the only thing he ever won was $1,000 in groceries and this week's spot as player number 1. Lester describes himself as a jack of all trades and celebrates his 76th birthday with us. Contestant number 2 is Harry Bates of Columbus. Harry's hobbies include photography and leather crafts. He's a retired Air Force crew chief and looks forward to reuniting with his outfit next month. Say hello to player number 3, Renee Coleman of Cleveland. Renee's favorite way to relax is reading thrillers and watching horror movies. Should she hit tonight's jackpot, Renee promises to take daughter Katrina to Disneyland. Every Saturday night, you can find our 4th contestant watching TV's richest game show, Cash Explosion. Agnes Melville lives in Lorraine and is originally from Berlin, Germany. She loves traveling and playing bingo. His name is Marvin Jones, but his friends call him Ted. Marvin Ted Jones is in the upholstery business and is from Cincinnati. Player number 5 enjoys crossword puzzles and is a big fan of professional wrestling. Each week, player number 6 crosses the state line to buy Ohio lottery tickets. From Lawrenceburg, Indiana, meet Frances Ashcraft. Frances is a grandma of 4. She collects geese and loves to play Mega Mania. Our final contestant this evening is Jerry Cravens of Midland. Jerry is interested in music. He plays guitar and is also in a band. He and wife Beverly enjoy riding motorcycles and are the proud parents of 2 children. Well, that's a good way to spend the weekend.
All right, they look good. And each contestant has a home partner. Their names were drawn from our drum full of entry tickets after our finalists were picked.
This way you have a second chance to win because our grand prize winner's home partner wins $500. And here's Jim Pidcock to tell us who those home partners are. Jim?
Playing along with Lester is Eileen Penrod of Elyria. With John, Lynette Boyd of Cleveland. With Renee is Deborah Chappell of Cincinnati. With Agnes, Mike Squires of Kent. With Ted, John Brosier of Oxford. Along with Frances, Edna Herbschauer of Cincinnati. And playing along with Jerry is Thomas Howells of Alliance.
Thank you, Jim. Stay tuned for our race to $50,000 right after these messages. Don't go away.
Take a good look at Mercury Tracer, and you'll discover there's a lot more than meets the eye. Like AM/FM stereo, rear defroster, power brakes, power mirrors, tinted glass, digital clock, child-proof rear door locks, tachometer, reclining front bucket seats with lumbar adjustment, and, well, the list goes on and on. A total of 68 standard features. With Mercury Tracer, you'll get a lot out of it because so much goes into it. And now with $650 customer cash, it's an open and shut case. Tracer at your Lincoln Mercury dealer.
Every time, 45, yeah. Oh, a real good time. 45. That's power time. Works every time. 45, yeah. Works every time. 45. Works every time.
Welcome back. Here's how we play Cash Explosion.
The object is to be the first one to reach the top of the game board and to land exactly in the green for $50,000.
Each player starts with $1,000, and for each square they move up or down the board, we'll either add $100 to their totals or take away $100.
Yes.
And if a minus card puts a player back to square one, that player's out of the game but still receives $1,000.
And in every lane, there's a secret bonus square, and the first 2 players to land directly on them could win a brand new car.
Before we get started, I'd like to point out that standing in for player number 2, Harry Bates, is his stepson, John Rivers. Good luck, John. Okay, let's begin round 1 with player number 1, and that's Lester Jacoby of Eastlake, Ohio. Welcome, Lester. Your 76th birthday today. Congratulations. We'll have everybody sing. No,
Thank you.
I don't think we have time for that, but congratulations nonetheless. I understand you have never taken a vacation.
No,
Well,
never have.
with $50,000, I think you could go just about anywhere, Lester.
That's right.
All right, why don't you select your first card in round number 1 for us, Lester? Just reach in there and pull one up. And Lester with a 2. So a good start for Lester. We add $200 to his total, and he moves up 2 squares. Now from Columbus, we meet John Rivers, who's standing in for Harry Bates, his stepfather. And did Harry mention to you, John, what he'd do with the $50,000?
More than likely play some bills and maybe take a little trip or something.
Just don't take the trip with his money now, John.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Reach in there and grab your first card in round number 1, Johnny. And a 2. Everybody off to a good start here. You move up 2 squares, and we add $200 to your totals. From Cleveland, Ohio, meet Renee Coleman. Now, Renee is a big fan of horror movies, right?
Yes.
You have a favorite?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
A Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddie, that's a little too intense for me, Renee. But then winning $50,000 would be pretty intense, wouldn't it?
Yes.
All right, Renee, if you would select your first card in round 1 for us, and Renee with a -2. Oh, Renee. If there's ever a time to get a minus card, Renee, though, this is the time, because you know you can't go off the board. You're just going to stay right there at square one. Now we meet from Lorain, Ohio, Agnes Melville. Welcome, Agnes. And she tells us Cash Explosion is her favorite show. You're just glued to the set every Saturday night. Is that right? Your friends and neighbor have to pull you away at 8 o'clock. Well, we're glad you're here and glad you're a big fan. And wouldn't it be neat if you won the $50,000 after watching every single show? Well, let's see if you can't move along in that direction and grab your first card there, if you would, in round number 1. Agnes with a 3, and a great start for Agnes. She moves up 3 squares, and we add $300. Contestant number 5 from Cincinnati is Marvin Jones, and this is Marvin Ted Jones. Is that right? Get that right. Everybody calls you Ted, although your name is Marvin. Why do they call you Ted Marvin or Marvin Ted? Help us out here.
Well, my father nicknamed me Ted and Tall. I'm a twin.
Oh, you're a twin.
And there were little marbles and there was the big ones. The little ones were called Teds and the big one was called Tall. So he named us Ted and Tall.
That happens in families, doesn't it? All right, Ted, would you select your first card in round number 1? And Ted reaches in and pulls up a 2. So we add $200 to Ted's total, and he moves up 2 squares. And let's meet from Lawrenceburg, Indiana, Frances Ashcraft, who makes that trip across the line to get her ticket. You must be a big fan, Fran.
Oh, yes.
Now, I understand you like something called Mega Mania. What is that?
It's an Atari game.
It's an Atari game. So
Yes.
you like, well, this is the ultimate video game here,
Right.
Fran. We don't have any joysticks or any buttons to push or anything, but we do have a box full of cards there for you. Select your first card in round number 1, Fran. And Fran reaches in. Ooh, and a -2. 2 minus cards in the first round. But like I told Renee, Fran, that's a good time to get a minus card. You're going to stay right there at square one. Well, now from Midland, Ohio, we meet Jerry Cravens. And Jerry is the musician of our group up here. And you play in a group. What's the name of your band, Jerry?
Smoking.
Smoking? And all the guys in the band are watching right now?
We hope so.
All right. And what instrument do you play, Jerry?
Guitar.
Guitar, okay. Rhythm, bass, lead?
Lead rhythm. Just a little
Lead
anything.
rhythm. Let's see if you can't lead the group here. And select your first card in round number 1, Jerry. And a 3. And he did just that. He moves up 3 squares, and we add $300. That ends round 1. We begin round number 2 with John. John, if you'd reach in there and choose a card for us. And Johnny with a -2. Oh, no, Johnny, that takes you back to square one and out of the game, but you still receive $1,000. And our congratulations, Johnny. You go home with $1,000. Thank you, Johnny. Now, Renee, you had a minus card the last time. You see what a minus card can do to you?
Yes.
Let's see if you can't get going in the right direction here, Renee. Select your second card, and a 2. And round 2, you move up 2 squares and $200. Now we come back to Agnes. Agnes, if you'd reach in and select your card in round number 2. Agnes, she's choosing with her eyes not on them. Okay, superstitious there. She moves up 2 squares and $200. All right, up to our top row, and Ted. Ted, if you'd select a card. Ted reaches in and pulls out a 3. All right, he's tied with Agnes. Now we add $300 to your totals, Ted. Fran, if you would choose now a card for us. And Fran with a 3. We got some big cards coming up here. We add $300 to your totals, too, Fran, and you move up 3 squares. Jerry, reach in there and grab a card with those guitar-picking fingers there, and a 1. All right. $100 we add. You move up 1 square. Coming over to Lester in round 2. Lester, okay. Select a card for us. Lester with the 3. A lot of 3s showing up here. We add $300 to Lester's totals. And that ends round number 2. We begin round number 3 with Renee. All right, Renee, choose a card. Renee with a 2. She moves up 2 squares and $200. We have quite a tight race going here. Agnes, okay, your turn now in round number 3. Agnes, select. And Agnes with a -1. But that puts you on a bonus square. A minus card that puts you on a bonus square. Here's Jim Pidcock to tell you what you could win, Agnes.
In our first bonus square, a 1988 Chevrolet Corsica. This beautiful 4-door automatic comes equipped with a 2.8-liter V6 engine, air conditioning, power windows, and cruise control. The heartbeat of America is today's Chevrolet. It's a cash explosion value of more than $13,000.
Well, how do you like that, Agnes? A minus card, and now you're looking at a $13,000 Chevrolet. What are you going to do, Agnes?
Take the car.
She's going to take the car. All right. Congratulations, Agnes. There you are, a minus card and a brand new car. Okay, and we go over to Ted now in round number 3. Back to the top row again, and Ted, select if you would. And Ted with a 2. Ted could go out the next time around if he pulled a 3. Add $200 to his totals, and over to Fran now. Fran, if you'd choose a card from your box there. Okay, reach in there, and Fran with a 1. She moves up 1 square. We add $100 over to Jerry now. And Jerry, reach in there, pull up a card, a -1. So we take away $100. Come back to Lester now. Our birthday celebrant here. Lester, choose a -1. Oh, boy, 2 minus cards. We take away $100 from Lester now. That ends round number 3, and we'll be back with our race to the finish after the 3-digit draw and the Pick 4 games with Karen Harris. Don't you dare go away.
Summer's got a flavor all its own, and only Open Pit puts it in a jar.
Taste a little of the summer. Open Pit puts it in a jar.
The City of Cleveland is offering economically disadvantaged residents free job skills training. There's something for everyone. If you are a youth, we can help with job search assistance and your GED. If you're an adult, train to become a secretary, LPN, or a dental assistant. We even have jobs available for you. If you are over 55, the opportunities vary from word processing and bank teller to customer service and more. So don't delay. Call the ITT Career Center at 781-JTPA.
Foreign cars are not foreign to ProCare. Our specially trained technicians have become thoroughly schooled in the ways of the imports. So much so that we can keep our word to fix them right the first time. And with warranties most foreign car dealers would never dare offer, we maintain the best of customer relations. ProCare. We keep our word in any language.
Music. It's part of our fondest memories. Come make a musical memory at Opryland, America's musical showplace.
Nick Nolte, Joanna Cassidy, and Gene Hackman, reporters with their lives on the line, under fire. Tonight at 11:30.
Good evening, everyone. It's time to pick winning lottery numbers in the number and Pick 4 games. And here's tonight's winning number. We start with a number 7, number 8, and a 0. zeros. The tonight's winning number is 780. If you bet 780 straight or box, you're a winner. Now to pick 4. 1. Number 3. 6. And a number 8. So tonight's pick 4 winner is 1368. All of tonight's drawings are certified by an assistant auditor representing Thomas C. Ferguson, Auditor of State. Please stay tuned. I'll be back in just a few minutes to select winning Super Lotto numbers and the winning kicker number. Now back to the show.
Congratulations to the Ohio Lottery Sales Agent of the Week, Charlotte Ritter of People's News and Book Mart in Marietta. And if you'd like tickets to be in our studio audience, just call 216-622-3200. Now back to Paul and more Cash Explosions.
Thank you, Jim. Now let's take a look at our game board and see where our players stand. Well, Ted is in the lead, and with the 3, he could land in the green for $50,000 starting off round number 4. Lester, Renee, and Fran all tied for second place, and Jerry just one square behind. Agnes went home with a $13,000 Chevrolet, and Johnny went home with $1,000. He landed back at square one, and Ted's going to start round number 4 for us. And Ted, I understand you like crossword puzzles. Is that right?
Right.
Well, this is kind of like a puzzle. We call it $50,000 up. Okay, a 3 here, Ted. A 3 right now would land you in the green for $50,000. Is it there? A 2. So Ted is just one square away. Fran, we have a little bit of catching up to do because Ted has another chance to do it right here. So, Fran, you're tied for second place with Renee and Lester. Select a card in round 4 for us, Fran. And a 3, and that's the way to move up the board. We had $300, and you move up 3 squares. Our guitarist, Jerry, now. You're trailing here, Jerry. Have to hit the right notes here. Select your card in round 4, and a 1. So we had $100 to Jerry's totals, and he moves up 1 square. And we come over to Lester now. Lester, you like to garden, is that right, Lester?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? You like to garden?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Lester's ready.
Yeah.
Well, it might be popping up $50,000 here pretty soon, okay? Springtime money there. Select your card in round 4. Lester?
Right here.
Lester with a -2. Oh, Lester takes you back 2 squares, and we take away $200. And here we come to Renee, our horror movie lover, and she loves seafood. Combine the 2, you must like Jaws a lot. All right, Renee, you've got some catching up to do. As you know, Ted could go out with a 1 the next time. Select a card. Let's hope it's a big one for you. And Renee with a 3. And it is. She moves up 3 squares, and we add $300. That ends round 4, and we begin round number 5 with Fran. Now, Fran, here you are. A 3 for $50,000. You could do it right here. Is it in there for you, Fran? Select a card. Is it? Ooh, no, a -1. Oh, we take away $100. You move back 1 square. Okay, Jerry, you're buying a little time for yourself here. Jerry, select a card here. And Jerry with a 2. He keeps moving in the right direction. Whoa, that's a bonus square. Yeah, there was another card left up here. Here's Jim Pidcock to tell you what you can win, Jerry.
In our second bonus square, a 1988 Pontiac Sunbird GT Turbo. This 2-door sport coupe comes equipped with automatic transmission, air conditioning, AM/FM stereo cassette, and power steering. Made in Lordstown, it has a retail value of over $12,000.
Well, here we are. So close. And a Pontiac Sunbird GT Turbo worth $12,000. Jerry, what are you going to do at this point?
Take the car.
He's going to take the car. So Jerry goes home with a brand new automobile. And our congratulations. That's great. Still playing round number 5 when we come back to Lester. Lester had a couple minus cards here. Let's see if he can't go in the right direction and select your card here. Okay, Lester. And a 3. That certainly makes up for it. We have $300, and you move up 3 squares, and over to Renee again. Now, Renee, this time, you can land in the green for $50,000 with a 3. Is it in there for you? Select a card. A -1. Oh, goodness. We keep getting so close and yet so far. We take away $100 in 1 square, and over to Ted now. We had a couple chances here, Ted. A 1 would land you in that green for $50,000. Is it in there? Oh, no! Oh, no, a -1. Now he'll need a 2 the next time. Okay, that ends round number 5, and we start round number 6 with Lester again. Lester, okay. You moved in the right direction the last time, and you do it again with a 2. We had $200 and 2 squares, so now Lester with a 3 could land in the green for $50,000. Oh, Renee, you got to get yourself in position, okay? So select a card and a 2. Now you can do that. A 2 the next time would land you in the green. Come back to Ted now. Ted, you've had a few chances here at it. A 2 would land you in that green for $50,000. Is it there this time? A 1. Oh, my goodness. You'll need a 1 to go out the next time. Fran, buying some time here. Got to get yourself in the right position to land in the green. So go forward, select a card and a 1, and she does it. We had $100. She moves up 1 square, and that ends round number 6. And we begin round number 7 with Renee. Okay, Renee, here we go again. This is nervous time, Renee.
Yes.
A 2 would land you in the green for $50,000. Reach in there and see if it's there for you. Hey, come on up front, Renee. Oh, so many chances at it tonight. Stay with us for our exciting bonus wheel coming up next.
Fortune smiles on just a few, but once she shines her light on you, it's got to show on your face. Here's to that son of a gun, trying to hit a home run. Here's to the dreamer whose dream came true. Here's to the face of a winner, the face of a winner. Here's to the face of a winner. Here's to you.
Here I am today, a millionaire.
For Ohio Edison, Bernie Kosar.
I don't mind the heat out here, because at home, my heat pump is providing comfortable air conditioning. If you want air conditioning, consider an add-on heat pump. It cools in summer, and in winter, works with your existing heating system, saving you money. An add-on heat pump does 2 things well, with comfort that's guaranteed.
For more information and a new free autograph poster of Bernie Kosar, call this toll-free number.
This summer, if you'd like to go rafting,
sailing,
fishing,
playing,
climbing,
jumping,
Riding,
hiking,
golfing,
slashing,
biking,
sunning, camping,
relaxing,
then we have the perfect place. I love racing,
skiing,
boating. I love New York. I love New York. Call now for your free I Love New York vacation kit. I love New York.
With our latest $50,000 winner, Renee Coleman of Cleveland, and Renee, your home partner, Deborah Chappell of Cincinnati, wins $500 thanks to you. And here to present your check is the executive director of the Ohio Lottery, Ron Nabokowski. Ron?
Renee, this evening it gives me a great deal of pleasure on behalf of the lottery family to give you this check. Well, count those zeros. $40,000, $50,000.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Now, Renee, of course, is our fan of horror movies and A Nightmare on Elm Street. This has got to be a dream come true for you, Renee.
It is.
What are you going to do with the $50,000?
I think I'm going to take a trip with my daughter to Florida.
Oh, that sounds great. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
Now, Ron, you have a special for our wheel tonight?
That's something if I can get it out of here, Paul.
Okay.
Yeah, big 3X goes on the $5,000 space to make it $15,000. Big.
Okay.
That's great.
And Sharon, we have some people ready to spin, don't we?
Yes, we do. So now it's time to see if our remaining players want to risk the cash they already have for a spin of our bonus wheel. And our first player is Lester.
Yeah, I'll spin.
Okay.
Lester with $1,700
Go right ahead, Lester.
says he's going to risk it. Give it a big spin there, Lester. Going past the 15,000 once. Will it make it around as we come up on 1,000? Is it going to stay there? Going over to 3.
$5,000, Lester.
Oh, boy.
Congratulations, Lester. Next up, we have Ted.
Yes, I'll spin.
Okay,
You're not even
Ted.
getting to ask today. Go ahead.
$1,900 he's risking here, and he gives it a great big spin. As we pass the 15,000 once, will it make it all the way around? Coming up to 10. Oh, $1,000, Ted.
Thanks for playing, Ted. And lastly, we've got Fran.
All right, Fran with 17.
Spin the wheel.
All right, go right ahead.
They're just ready to go here. All right, a big spin from Fran. Will it make it all the way around to 15,000? It just might. Going
so
past it, coming up on
close.
5 again. It's going to stay
Yes,
there.
$5,000, friend. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great, Fred. Well, stay tuned for the Super Lotto and Kicker drawings. Tonight's Super Lotto jackpot is...
$9 million, so don't go away.
They continue to taste a piece of the Western freedom. Meanwhile, East German authorities are breathing easy today because of those 3 million who went west. All but 25,000 returned to East Germany later in the day.